Hello everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to the third part of the Mastering Dockerfile series. Now in this part we're going to look at multi-stage Dockerfiles. Okay. Now we're looking at this because earlier when we built the Docker image, the size is too big. It's 385 megabytes. This is considered too big. One of the ways we can reduce this size and also to make this image build faster is to use multi-stage technique in writing our Docker file. All right. In our folder, we have the same commands as from the part 2, where we use layered cache to make the build process faster. You're gonna be editing the Docker file to perform the multi-stage process. If you look at the Docker file up here, you observe that there's a single stage. Now in Docker files, whenever you see the command from, everything from that point to the end is one stage. Okay, so this is pretty much a one-stage Docker file. All right. Now to make it more efficient, I'm just going to introduce another code which has a from, and that will have another base image, and that will make it multi-stage. Because we are concerned about the size of the Docker image, we don't want to add or start with a base image that is also big. So you normally go with lightweight images as your base image. What I'm gonna do is, first we imported Golang Alpine from the Docker Hub. We set our working directory to the source code, do the copy, run the modules for Golang, copy everything to our current working directory with the source, and then run our build processes for the client and server. Before we enter the command for the command that starts running when we start the container, I'm going to create a new stage. And that stage, I'll use the Scratch image. The Scratch image that I'm going to use is a very minimal image, okay, and you can use it as a base for a lot of time for multi-stage builds. Okay, so from scratch, I'm gonna perform a copy of the binaries that we've built so far, okay, from earlier. So from 0, from equals 0. Now what that means is everything from stage 0. So this is stage 0 pretty much. All right, and then the location, you have bin client, and then you have bin server, and then I'm gonna copy the whole everything that is inside bin. So I haven't changed much. We've just added one more stage with a minimal Docker image, and then I copy everything from up here, and then I'll start the container runtime. All right, let's save this. And then build our Docker image and see. But before we do, the earlier image we built, remember, it's 38. Let me clear the screen first. So Docker images, the earlier was 385. I'm gonna remove it. And this is the image, Docker RMI. And then if I do Docker images, all right, I've deleted it. So now let's do our Docker build. Okay, so Docker build, and the tag is build me still, and then building everything. Okay, build is successful. Let's check our Docker images. Voila, so the image build is complete. So from Docker images, you see that the size is only 16 megabytes. Okay. Now this is as compared to the earlier size, which was 358 megabytes. So the size of the Docker image has been reduced drastically. Okay. Now, yes, it has reduced, but are we sure that the Docker image still works? Let's find out. And for that, push this up a bit. For that, I'm gonna use, I will run the Docker image. So Docker run, and the name is build me, and I'll run it in detach mode. Detach, and then the name is build me. Looks good. Run. All right, so if I do Docker ps, we have readme image that is running right now. Okay, and then if I entered the one of the servers, so we have a client and a server, right? So let's use the client, Docker exec interactive mode it build me, and then the client's location is bin/client. Now this is exactly what we got in the first stage where we built the simple Docker image, okay, from the Dockerfile. We've made it smaller, 300 megabytes to 16 megabytes, and it still works. Okay, so the changes that we made to the Dockerfile still gives us the same application, artifact, or image, and it still works. All right. Thank you for joining me on this video. And before we leave, let's stop this Docker image from running for the container. Okay, so Docker ps. All right, stop the container. And so that's worked done. All right, thank you for joining me on this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe for the next stage of mastering Dockerfiles series. Now the next stage, which is our fourth stage, is going to be about how to use parallelism. We've reduced the size of the Dockerfile, the Docker image from 300 megabytes, almost 400 megabytes, to 16 megabytes, right? What we want to concern ourselves with more is how much time it takes for it to build, okay, now that the size is smaller. And for that, you look at how to use parallelism or parallel programming to rewrite the Docker file to make it run faster and make the size still small. Okay, so that will be part 4. Join me in that video, and like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.